Here's the rookie Omarion Hampton getting the start to Herbert's left. First snap of the season for the Chargers is a pass. Now a run by Herbert. Justin Herbert using his legs. And that's a gain of 5, taken down by Jaden Hicks.
Justin Herbert.
So Herbert leaving the pocket. He enters this game year 6. Most passing yards by a quarterback through the first 5 seasons ever. Although, no 4,000-yard seasons in the last 2. And we'll see if it is more, again, a run-heavy offense as Hampton is the lone back on 2nd and 4. Play fake. That's a wide-open receiver, Quentin Johnston. And now Skinner down the right sideline. And the Chargers are in plus territory. Pushed out of bounds the 29-yard line after a 33-yard gain. Brian Cook shoves him out of bounds.
The Chiefs expecting heavy run. You see Quentin Johnston over the left-hand side, just wraps underneath the line of scrimmage. Wide open on another bootleg. Great job taking him out of bounds, turning up the field and getting a big play. Something they need from Quentin Johnston to show up and make that big step forward this year.
Chargers inside the 30 now. With 2 pass plays, 1 run by the quarterback, 1 with a nice pass play to Johnson. That's Matlock in motion. Another pass, Herbert, on the right side. And that is the first catch of the season by the stellar rookie from last year, Ladd McConkey, gain of 9.
You talked about how the philosophy has changed here with Jim Harbaugh to become a run-first, play-action type team. But I asked him this week, are you ever tempted to just come back and throw the rock around because you've got that guy at quarterback? And he said, I'm never opposed to it. And here we are, coming out 3 straight passes with Justin Herbert.
Keenan Allen is back in the wide receiving corps after a 1-year sabbatical with Chicago. There's the first run of Omarion Hampton's career. And it's a good one. First down and more. The rookie from North Carolina with a gain of 7 right up the gut.
What they love so much about Hampton is his ability to turn a 4-yard play into a 6-yard play, a 6-yard play into an 8-yard play, always moving forward and running through contact.
Fresh set of downs for the Los Angeles Chargers from the Kansas City 12. Chargers get the toss, defer, put Mahomes on the field first as Worthy is leaving the field right now. We get a 3 and out, and here come the Chargers with Hampton again inside the 10. A big moment that would be, or a big development of Xavier Worthy is now out of this game as he's heading back to the locker room. Towel on his head. Nick Bolton with the stop there. Ball now rests inside the 10 on the 9-yard line. Again, Rashee Rice out for 6 weeks. And Worthy, just 3 snaps into the season, is now walking into the locker room. 2nd and 7 now from the Kansas City 9. Herbert throwing, running. Herbert taken down by George Karlaftis. Bringing up a 3rd down. Loss of 1.
Thought he had an opportunity to the left-hand side. You see Keenan Allen motioning across, and he hooks right there at the 5-yard line. There was an opening there. Herbert hesitated just a little bit, closed down, and Karlaftis gets him from behind.
Karlaftis part of that 2022 draft. That was a jackpot for Brett Veach and this Chiefs team. It's now 3rd and 8 from the 10. 7th play of this drive. Stepping up. His right flag is down. Herbert. Incomplete. Let's see what the flag is. That was a play that seemed to be blown up right from the start. Here's Carl Shepers.
Offside, number 56. Defense, 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
So Karlaftis, who came up with the play to bring up 3rd down, with an offsides that now repeats 3rd down. Ball now rests on the 5, Kurt.
Can't give these teams free opportunities. Good teams down in the red zone. You get him off the field. Can't make mistakes like that by Karlaftis.
What will the Chargers do from the 5? Herbert's throwing it. Steps up to the end zone.
Touchdown! Yes!
Flag is down.
Hold on, just a flag is
Chiefs are pointing in the direction of the Chargers. See if it holds up.
The result of the play is a touchdown. Personal foul. Roughing the passer, number 50.
Yes!
Defense. Penalty will be enforced on the try.
So the Chiefs are pointing in the Chargers' direction, but it's a roughing the passer penalty, and we have our first score here in Brazil, Kurt.
And you're going to see just Quentin Johnston right here. He's just going to sneak across in the man coverage there and find an opening, trying to get it to Omarion Hampton out of the backfield. Doesn't have him. Nice find by Justin Herbert to split the two defenders. And great to see Quentin Johnston stepping up with some big plays early in this one. As you see, the roughing the passer right there.
I mean, he might have touched the passer, but we will.
This is the new NFL, Rich. This is the new NFL.
We'll have that 15-yarder assessed momentarily, but for the moment, here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, with the extra point. And it is 7-0 Los Angeles. So the Chargers win the toss, give the ball to Mahomes, get him 3 and out, and then a 7-play, 68-yard drive, and the Chargers strike first here in Sao Paulo. You know, where the Chargers just struck first. And the kickoff is taken for a touchback, which means they start on the 35. Stacey Dales, what is up with Xavier Worthy?
Yeah, Rich, officially Xavier Worthy, shoulder injury, questionable to return. Now, it appeared to be that right shoulder. He came out after the injury, and they were checking the stability of the shoulder. He was visibly very upset. He walked around wincing in pain, and then we saw him exit the field with a towel over his head. Worthy went directly to the x-ray room at 9:21 local time, Rich.
All right, Stacey, keep an eye on all of that. First down from the 35. Patrick Mahomes, 3 and out. The first drive, play fake to Pacheco. Mahomes, all behind time. Now he's taken off to his left. For a first down, he gets it. So Mahomes moves the chains for the first time with his legs, Kurt.
One of the big storylines for the Chiefs this year is getting back to being aggressive and taking shots down the field. One of the things that worried them in the past was their protection up front. That's why they went and got this guy right here, Josh Simmons. You see him doing a great job on Dupree in that situation as Patrick Mahomes is trying to get that shot down the field. Nothing open, but plenty of time to be able to scramble and make a play.
So it's now a first down from the 45-yard line. Mahomes, handoff to Pacheco, the middle. And a gain there, call it about 2. As Josh Simmons is the answer. Saw the 11th different starting left tackle. Protect Patrick Mahomes, and they hope that he's going to last quite some time.
Well, they're very excited about what he's brought to the table. Patrick was talking to us about his work ethic and how he came in and is not fazed by anything. He just goes to work, and they're excited about what he can bring to the table and how he can stabilize that left side.
The SMU rookie Rashard Smith was to Mahomes' left. And throws that one over the middle to Travis Kelce's first catch of the season. It's a first down gain.
Passe conectado de
Move the
Patrick Mahomes
chains.
para Travis Kelce.
See, just gonna run a hook route to the left-hand side, but just watch how quickly Patrick Mahomes plants that back foot and lets this ball go. Before Travis Kelce even turns around, these guys have such a great chemistry of knowing exactly what each other sees. It allows Patrick to anticipate like he did there.
Gain of 11. First snap of the game for the Chiefs from Chargers territory, and it's a pre-snap penalty.
False start. Number 71, offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Well, the rookie with a false start. With that 5.
That's something that we've seen some issues with this Kansas City offensive line about jumping a little bit early. In your first game, you're excited on the big stage. Maybe that settles in a little bit.
With a penalty already for Kansas City. Mahomes quick throw. Smith-Schuster. Down to the 42-yard line, they're calling it. So the so they're marking him down by contact to the 42. Call it 2nd and 9 right now.
It's a formation with the Chiefs love to run, what we call four receivers to the strong side, trying to get the defense to overshift that direction. Get your one-on-one backside on the quick slant to Juju.
Mahomes trying to answer. Chargers scoring on their first drive. Patrick going deep. And it was overthrew Tyquan Thornton. The team picked up last year after the New England Patriots cut him, brought him onto the team after they lost the Bills. He's going to have more of a feature role now with Xavier Worthy in the locker room and Rashee Rice suspended. That brings up 3rd and long.
We've seen a couple big shot opportunities for the Chiefs early, and talking to them, I mentioned the offensive line, they felt better about it. We're going to take some shots. Andy Reid said he needed to dial some more up, and even Patrick Mahomes saying they need to be more patient and take some of those shots down the field. Didn't look real comfortable on that one.
The Chargers saw something that made them uncomfortable, and they just fired off a timeout. Jim Harbaugh is going to talk this one over on a 3rd and long. Stacey Dales, take it away.
I asked Josh Simmons if he feels added pressure protecting Patrick Mahomes, and he did acknowledge it's a big deal blocking for the Patrick Mahomes, but he added that's where you got to put your big boy pants on. And by the way, Mahomes told us this week, Rich, which he hasn't actually shared with anybody, Simmons was in the building before him and left after him every day. Something Patrick said just doesn't happen a lot.
Well, that's what I have to view at NFL level.
Doesn't happen a lot. How often does it happen for offensive linemen to be the first one in the building and the last one to leave?
All right, 3rd and 9. Patrick Mahomes. It's Kareem Hunt in his first snap of the season to his left. Mahomes with pressure right up the middle, gets it away quick. And that is dropped by Hollywood Brown. Around the sticks. And brings out Adoree'. Running away.
We're so excited about this young group of receivers that they have this year. Rashee Rice gets suspended, Xavier Worthy gets hurt. Hollywood Brown was healthy, looking for big things from him, but that's just too easy. Got to make that catch and move the chains.
Davis back on his own 10. Rises sends it away. Direction of punt. That's a beautiful punt down right at the 2-yard line. Well done, Noah Williams with the downing of the football. When we come back, Herbert's backed up. Very first ever NFL game streaming globally here on YouTube. A man who has over 6 million subscribers to his YouTube channel. He's played football both collegiately and professionally. It's Destroying, who's our eyes and ears of the fan on the field this evening. And there he is. Already went rocking the free gear. That's traditional media to rock the free gear. We'll hear from Destroying shortly, but right now, Justin Herbert, the Chargers, backed up. Ball being snapped from their own 2. And Marion Hampton standing with Herbert in the end zone. Herbert throwing it. Herbert getting rid of it. And he throws that one in the direction over the head of Keenan Allen. That was the rookie from Louisville who the Chiefs love, Ashton Gillotte, applying the pressure, Kurt.
Trying to get a deep shot over the Chiefs' expected run. Didn't get that shot down the field. McCarthy to the left-hand side. He was ready quickly. Once again, just a tad late getting the ball out. Has to hold it and throw it away.
So here comes 2nd down now for their own 2 and 10. Herbert throwing again. Quick throw over the middle. And this caught by McConkey. 2nd catch of the game. Nick Bolton on the stop brings up 3rd and short.
I'm a little surprised at the way the Chargers have been throwing the ball. Get down, backed up. You think, okay, we're going to go back to our MO and run the football. And here they come. Bang, bang, throwing the ball again, putting the ball in number 10's hands. And Obviously, they've got a great deal of confidence in what he can do. Just a little bit surprised knowing what their normal philosophy is.
6 passes already. And that's a handoff on third and short, and that goes nowhere. That was Hampton, stopped by Drew Tranquill. And company. And that is a 3-and-out. Big stop by the Chiefs defense. Even though the offense got on the plus side of the field, Andy Reid elected to punt. Ariza bins the Chargers deep, and mission accomplished. They're getting the ball back, Kurt.
Former Charger right there. Drew Tranquill going through the right guard, making the tackle behind the line of scrimmage and getting the ball back. Patrick Mahomes.
Nico Remigio standing on his own 40. J.K. Scott from the H of the Chargers in the end zone. Nice high spiral kick. Here's Remigio fielding his own 35. Goes upfield. And about 7 before he's taken down for a host of Chargers. So it's the third drive for Patrick Mahomes down to score. Presented by YouTube TV. There's Neymar taking in the sights and sounds there. One of the most famous athletes in all of Brazil here tonight. If you wanted to go by just one name, would it be Kurt or Warner?
I'm probably going Eugene. I'm going to Eugene. I think we're good. I think if I'm that good, I can go by Eugene. All right, still be good.
Here's Patrick thrown to Juju Smith-Schuster.
It is picked off. Yes. This is incomplete. It's
Fans here
incomplete.
at Charger Blue thought that was an interception right there by Dante Jackson. Let's see the replay here, intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. That ball. We shall see if the challenge flag is coming from the Chargers side of the field. Not yet. It's kind of iffy right there. No flag from Jim as Kareem Hunt takes that one. Let's take a look at that. Brings up third and long. Big Kurt.
I felt like the ball got between the arms there. Even though it's hard to see it touch the turf, just looking at where his arms are, I believe it's hitting the ground right there as it comes up on his face mask. But maybe the bigger question is, what happened on the throw or the route? Was that on the receiver going a little bit too deep? Patrick Mahomes misses a little bit wide. They've been just a little bit off on the outside early in this one.
3rd and 9 for the second straight possession for the Chiefs. Mahomes on another deep pass for Thornton. That one also a little too far. Although he's getting closer. And that brings up another punt. 2 3-and-out so far. The first 3 possessions for the Kansas City Chiefs against the top scooping defense from the NFL last year.
Closer doesn't count in this game, and they're really excited about Tyquan Thornton and what he brings and the flashes that he's shown. Believe that he can bring some of that big play magic back to this offense, but once again, just a little bit off on the outside.
Ariza sends this one away. Fair catch call. Taken by Davis at the 21-yard line. Let's throw things down for the first time on our broadcast here live around the world here on YouTube to Destroy. D, take it away.
Yo, I will say I do have the best seats in the house. But man, one thing I've noticed out here, I've been to a lot of football games, and usually the home crowd represents heavy in the stands, a lot of jerseys, but today it's a little different. It looks like a home heavy series out there. Every team, every era, some of the jerseys that have stood out to me, I mean, I'm a little biased because it's my favorite wide receiver, but Antonio Brown, Patriots 17 jersey. Elite ball knowledge right there, man.
And it's a Kurt Warner Rams jersey here. Here comes Herbert over the middle. Open. Will Disley. Tyler Conklin actually caught it. He fumbled it. And there's flags down now. 3 of them. All sorts of holy heck breaking loose right here. A wide open Tyler Conklin. Took it to the Chiefs side of the field. Lost it. Got it back. And now there's a huddle of 5 zebras here.
Probably
Little bag, number 15 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
So Ladd McConkey coming in as Disley has it dislodged right there by Chiefs. And here comes
Primeira descida para Los Angeles Chargers. Bola na linha de
Distance just
44
sneaking out.
jardas.
Makes it look like Ron just slides back in underneath the linebackers, wide open on the other side of the field. And although you don't like the penalty, McConkey just smart going, hey, not going to take any chances. I'm just going to keep us the football even if we lose a few yards.
Laurie Connor was the one who smacked it loose, and it's the Chargers ball from their own 44. First and 10. Herbert throwing again. And he finds Keenan Allen, who cannot bring it in. Second and 10.
Just a beautiful throw up and over the corner. Jim Harbaugh raved about the long ball of Justin Herbert. He said, what I love so much is the 35, 40-yard handoffs. You see the perfect throw right there. Short arm just a little bit by Keenan Allen, not able to get both paws on it. Normally going to come up with that one. What a beautiful throw it was by Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert already 7 attempts in this game. This one's a handoff for Marion Hampton with a nice brace. And he gains 11 yards. Could have been longer. What a nice run by the rookie.
Corrida de 11 jardas, Jamar
One thing that came out when I was talking to Steve Spagnuolo, the defense coordinator for the Chiefs, was the challenge of playing against this Chargers run offense. What he said is, when you practice against Patrick Mahomes and this offense every day, they don't run the football very much. So we don't get a lot of work on those downhill power running teams. They don't practice against anybody in training camp. So this is the first chance they have against a real power downhill run game.
It's Hassan Haskins making an appearance. Play fake to him. Herbert over the middle finds Keenan Allen for another Chargers first down. Not much we're seeing Herbert pass in the first quarter.
I am not surprised because he can do it, but just because of their philosophy. And he works all the way from the left, looking for that over to McConkey, and works back to the end on the backside. Great progression. Great time up front. One of the issues coming in, how would that offensive line hold up with the injury to Slater? Kai Becton was sick coming in, obviously playing tonight, a big acquisition, but great time there to work through his progressions and find his fourth receiver on the backside.
Steve Spagnuolo's defense, you saw him looking on, giving up 7 first downs, and Herbert's throwing again. All kinds of time. And another wide open receiver. It's Conklin again, bringing it inside the red zone on a gain of 17.
The beautiful play action. Nobody was better with the play action than the Chargers last year. See the tight end sneak out, running the corner route, flattening underneath the corner on the outside, and another dime by Justin Herbert.
So the Chargers inside the red zone for a second time tonight. Up 7-0 already. Closing minute of the first quarter. Marion Hampton takes it, flag down. He brings it inside the 10, and I guess the 2 refs saw the same hold on the Chargers. Here's Carl Sheffers ending a busy first for him.
Number 15, offense. And their penalty remains first down.
It's Ladd McConkey who picked up the penalty for a batted ball before. Now there is a penalty there. It's Mekhi Becton, as you mentioned. He's been battling a stomach bug all day. He is now out.
You see McConkey here trying to block the slips. Just gets up on the jersey, goes McDuffie down there to the ground. Easy call right at the point of attack.
Ball now back at the 25 for a first and 20 as Najee Harris coming into the game, and it is Jamari Sawyer coming in for Becton. Najee Harris's first snap as a Charger to Herbert's left. Herbert throwing again, stepping up, taking it himself. Another flag is down in the backfield. Herbert still on his feet, taking it inside the 5 for a first down if this does stand. Here's Carl Sheffers again.
Holding, number 68.
Sawyer comes in the game and gets flagged for holding right away. And that negates quite the run. 23 yards by Herbert. Here's the replay, Kurt.
That big guy that you're going against, Chris Jones has a tendency to be able to rush and force some mistakes, but you see the pull right there on the right-hand side as well. Probably thought they could have called one on the left. You see the athleticism of Justin Herbert, not talked about a lot, but talking to the guys on their sideline, they believe that they can use him a little bit more in the run game because he shows that athletic ability when he runs the ball.
Chargers up 7-0. For the first time ever, NFL Sunday Ticket is now available month to month, so you can join or cancel anytime throughout the regular season. Sign up today. Kurt Warner, we just saw the Chargers come up with a 145-yard first quarter on the Kansas City Chiefs, and they are passing more than running at 2-1. 10 pass plays, 5 run plays. Jim Harbaugh coming out throwing it on this Chiefs defense that is now trying to defend a 1st and 30 back-to-back holding penalties on the Chargers and push them back to the Kansas City 35 to start the second quarter. And it's another pass for Herbert. Tons of time. He throws this one out towards our booth. Najee Harris's first positive yards as a Chargers off pass short game. Brings up second and incredibly long. Respect Norman, the offensive coordinator. They're going fast. Second and 25 now. Herbert going again. And that one was a miscommunication right there with his rookie Keandre Lambert-Smith. Stopped the route, and Herbert thought he was going to continue on. I guess that's what happens with rookies.
Or rookies, or you get press man here. You have some routes that turn into go routes when you have press coverage, some that stay on the stop against press coverage. Not sure which way that was supposed to go. It often leaned towards the veteran quarterback that he made the right decision, but it was a nice route on the outside. Would have been an easy completion if it wasn't for the miscommunication.
3rd and 25, 30 seconds into this second quarter here in Brazil. Herbert throws that one over the middle. There's Keenan Allen again. There's McDuffie on the stop. And that should bring out Dicker the kicker to try and make it a 10-point lead for the Chargers.
Talking about how the Chargers came out throwing the football instead of running the football. One of the challenges is always the first game of the year. You don't really have an idea of how teams are going to play, what their thoughts are coming into a new season. Of course, you can look back to last year, run-heavy team. Is this a change of philosophy, or is this just we're going to come out and fool the Chiefs? They're going to think we're going to run, we're going to throw it all over and see if we can take advantage of it.
39-yarder for Dicker. Flag is thrown. Kick is good. See who the flag is on. Shepherds, we've seen quite a bit of him so far.
Offside number 21 defense. Penalties declined. The result of the play is
Yes, this successful field
The kicker was a perfect 19 for 19 on field goals, less than 40 yards last year.
Well done.
Didn't want to jinx anybody, not rooting for people, but I just don't want to jinx. You know what I mean? The whole world's watching here on YouTube. Gotta make an impression. NFL Sao Paulo game on YouTube is brought to you by Lucid Motors. Compromise nothing. By CNN. Get ready for CNN streaming experience coming this fall. And by Dunkin'. These were the old Friday Night Lights high school days of the stars we're seeing here in Brazil tonight, including Justin Herbert, who's 9 of 12 for a $132 and a score. As this one is handled by Remigio. He's fielding it. Taking it past the 25. Past the 30. Taking it just shy of the 35. Stacey Dales take it away.
Yeah, Rich, there was an issue with slippage last year on this now 12-year-old field. It is a hybrid field comprised of ryegrass and synthetic fibers, very similar to Lambeau. I spoke with NFL field director Nick Pappas, who told me that the field had aged, the existing fibers buried beneath the surface. As a result, the NFL restitched the entire thing. They flew in sewing machine trucks, needling in brand new synthetic fiber, those fibers much closer to the surface, giving players optimal traction with those cleats, and it appears to have helped, Rich.
What's beginning to miss here in Brazil is that's a quick pass and throw. Hollywood Brown collects that, brings it to the 40-yard line. Just 33 yards total so far for the Chiefs, and you never want to see any stats, Chiefs fans know, compared to Super Bowl 55 when he was running for his life against the Buccaneers in that Super Bowl, but it's the sort of production we've seen so far from this offense. Here is Mahomes from his 40, 2nd and 4. We get some points on the board here, down 10-0, 2 minutes into the second quarter. Mahomes dumps that one off quickly with pressure coming up the gut. And that one was a connection with Pacheco, brings up 3rd and 5 now.
So they are right there in the middle, bringing the pressure right off the bat. Got to let go of that screen a little bit quick, put a little too much on it for Pacheco.
Boy, they love Henley in that Chargers locker room, and the coaching staff, they rave about him.
I think he wasn't a good player before, but they just believe that he's taking his game to the next level, what they call a 4-down linebacker. He can do anything you ask a linebacker to do on the field.
Mahomes on 3rd and 5, quick throw, Thornton, that was a stick right there. Excellent tackle on the play there by St. Juice and the rest of that team arriving on time to bring up a 4th down. Mahomes and the Chiefs are sticking out there as Dante Jackson with the excellent stop on Thornton. I mean,
Man-to-man
going for it
coverage.
here on their side of the field.
Man-to-man coverage. He's got to go over the top of the 2 guys underneath. Thought he had the quick throw, but great job. Jackson is sticking and holding from getting that first.
It's Kareem Hunt running it off tackle. He's got the 1st down and more. So Andy Reid rolling the dice at the 12-minute mark of the second quarter. And he hits the point right there. Move the chains.
Nice vision. Everybody slanting to the inside to take away the quick hitter. The inside. Hunt does a nice job. Bounce it to the outside. Get the first.
So, what will the Chiefs do with this fresh set of downs? You can see Andy Reid likes going for it on 4th down. It helps when you make 90% of it. Without a tush push, I might add. Mahomes changing the play. And it's now Pacheco carrying it. Nice crease. Isaiah Pacheco takes it to the Los Angeles Chargers 45-yard line.
Saw
Give it the stop.
Derwin James coming down the left-hand side, faking the blitz. Patrick Mahomes, the cat and mouse game. Alert, alert, alert. Let's switch to the run to the other side. Vintage Pacheco right there, getting downhill, running with violence.
Does he know any other way? That's usually the way he runs,
I
right?
don't think he does.
He's now at the bottom of your screen, split out on 2nd and 3. Quick throw. Nice grab there again by Hollywood Brown. And they're moving the chains. The Chiefs have got a little bit of rhythm here, Kurt.
A little rhythm after that first drop on the 3rd down. Hollywood Brown's come back with a couple nice catches. Great snag. All the way from there.
We've just been informed that Xavier Worthy is officially out of this ball game. If you're just joining us here on our YouTube stream worldwide, just 3 plays in, he collided with Travis Kelce. Got up holding his shoulder, left in the locker room, and now he is out. Mahomes rolling out to his left. Mahomes going to keep it. Takes it past the 40 and out of bounds. And that is just a major development here with Xavier Worthy being out. We all know Rashee Rice is out for the first 6 games. Worthy was going to be the main engine and the receiver position for this team, and now he is out.
Well, a big thing that the Chiefs do is they run the screen game, and it's the yards after catch. Nobody has been better over the last 4 or 5 years than the Chiefs. Rashee Rice has become that catch and run guy for them. When he was out last year with the injury, Xavier Worthy stepped into that spot. Now, both of those guys gone, they're going to have to find someone else to fit that bill.
Like Hollywood Brown, perhaps. Nice pitch and catch there to make it 3rd and short. We're nearing the 9-minute mark here in the second quarter.
Chiefs once again motioning to a 4 wide receiver spot, finding that one-on-one on the back backside. It's been successful for them a couple times tonight.
The Chiefs are 1 for 1 on 4th down. They're 0 for 4 on 3rd down here so far tonight. Kareem Hunt picked that one up on 4th down. Just ran back towards Mahomes and getting a play here. Big 3rd down. Ball is loose. Mahomes, of course, picks it up. Gets it to Brown, who cannot get the 1st down. That was a wild sequence right there. As Derwin James was the one, along with Elijah Bolden, who got there in time.
Great job. We know that Patrick's dad was a baseball player. Looks like he was just picking up a ground ball right there and scooping it and flipping it to second base. But great job on the back end by the Chargers to come up and make the stick before Brown can get to the sticks.
Andy Reid fires off a timeout. He's already gone for it on 4th down once in his own territory. Now the ball rests just inside the 32-yard line. They want to get their ducks in a row here. I guess you got to figure. I mean, Butker was starting to walk out on the field looking for guidance. They're going to go for it.
Well, you saw Patrick Mahomes after that snap, flipping it out there. He was kind of motioning over to the sideline like, let's go. We need to get a rhythm. We need to do something. We need to get something going offensively. And what they like to do in these types of situations is they always like to bring Patrick's legs into the mix. So often you'll see kind of a run-pass option here. Sometimes him moving out of the pocket because he is so good at finding those extra yards and moving the chains.
Lineman Jalen Moore just reported as eligible. There is a lot of beef on that line right now with Kareem Hunt, the lone back, on 4th and short. And it's Mahomes rolling to his right, throwing to Hunt, who picks up another 4th down for the Chiefs. So they're 2 for 2 on 4th down, 0 for 5 on 3rd. Go figure.
It's a little play we call T-naked. The tailback in the backfield is just going to sneak out into the flat. As I said, use Patrick Mahomes' legs. If he doesn't have the first throw, he can turn the corner and get the 1st down on his own. Really well done sneaking him out. Easy pitch and catch to move the chains.
There's Mahomes now inside the 30. 1st down, Patrick. There's the rush. There's the flag for a hold. Mahomes takes a massive hit on the play by Troy Dye. Here's Carl Shepherds.
Yes!
Taylor flag for the hold.
I know Patrick is so good in these situations, but they get out of bounds. We don't need him taking those kind of hits here early in the season. You see the hold up top, the twist game. Taylor gets beat, just has to reach that left hand out and grab the jersey just to stop him from getting to the homes.
I know the Chiefs wanted to have big play offenses this year. The team that led the league last year with the most 10-plus play drives is now on the 11th play of this drive, and that is a nice game for Juju Smith-Schuster. Taking it inside the 20, bouncing off would-be tackler's gain of 17.
So good at the quick game. Gets back, sees the movement of the defender to just bounce outside the quick hook. See how quickly this ball gets out of Patrick's hands, allowing Juju to do something after the catch.
So they got back the penalty yardage and more. Bringing up 2nd and very manageable as Isaiah Pacheco checks back in. From the 20-yard line of the Chargers, it's Pacheco on the draw. Pacheco inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Kansas City. Henry on the stop. Inside the 7-minute mark. Kurt, Chiefs on their best drive of the game right now.
Great play call. Fake like he's going to throw it, blocking down the field. He could have just stayed outside behind Josh Simmons. Maybe he takes that all the way to the house, but Pacheco, I want to get north and south. He's not a guy that likes to bounce it outside. He wants to go downhill, and he'll meet that contact.
Calling it a gain of 10 down to the 10. It's 1st and goal, and all 10 for the Chiefs to have to get for Pager. Oh, he's pump fake. Hollywood Brown was open, but it's incomplete.
the Chiefs, obviously 15 wins, had a great season all the way to the Super Bowl. But one area that they really struggled in, as you see here, is their touchdown percentage in the red zone. 22nd in the NFL. Area where you see on the flip side, the Chargers defense was #1 in scoring last year, but also first in touchdown percentage. So you knew coming into this game, this area of the field is going to be critical to determine who wins and who loses.
2nd and goal. As Mahomes telling Thornton to move further towards the sideline. Mahomes flips that one to Brown. He cannot avoid the tackle of Tariq Still. Brings up 3rd and goal from the 9. If that.
Trying to sneak him out the backside. He gets man-to-man coverage. Hoping that you can get his defender caught up in the wash. Really good job there. Running through that by Still. Making the tackle.
14th play of this drive. 8 minutes and counting. 3rd and goal from the 9. Hunt in motion. Mahomes from the pocket steps up. Pirouettes. And that's where he's taken down by Henley. So, long drive, best drive of the game. 2 4th down conversions, but the first sack of the game of Mahomes brings out Harrison Butker to get the Chiefs some points out of this drive.
Really good job on the back end of that Chargers secondary. Nobody open. Patrick trying to buy a little extra time, thinking he could get outside, but you see the athleticism of Henley being able to chase him down and get him to the ground.
Harrison Butker looking for the 35-yarder, and he... So Kansas City is on the board. Down 7, under 5 minutes to go in quarter 2 on YouTube. Game on YouTube is presented by YouTube TV, which has all your favorite sports and live TV in one app. Try it free, then save $66 on your first 2 months. Sign up today. It is a hyped-up crowd. I think the only individual more hyped up in the crowd is the PA announcer here inside this Corinthians arena, as that is a touchback. So the Chargers will start on their own 35. Tonight's Skycam coverage is brought to you by Duncan. See, there's some preset in the arena going on right now. So the Chiefs, with a massively long drive, longest scoring drive the Chargers allowed last year was 14 plays against Kansas City, which just needed 16 to settle for that field goal and make it a 1-touchdown game. Justin Herbert scored a touchdown in the opening drive of the game for the Chargers. Take over from Kansas from their own 35 against Kansas City. And that is a handoff to Marion Hampton, North Carolina Tar Heel from last year, coming off of a stellar final season there. And Chapel Hill with a gain of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 as we roll towards 4.5 to go in the first half.
We should probably mention, as we saw our first touchback, Rich, that there have been changes in the kicking game. So now the touchback, instead of going to the 30, goes to the 35. Why they're hoping to see more returns this year. But that 5 yards can make a huge difference. Teams score a 50% clip when they start at the 35-yard line.
Kai Becton is back in at right guard after he needed some time on the bench, battling a stomach bug. 2nd and 7. Herbert under pressure. Cannot connect with Keenan Allen. Brings up 3rd down. 4 minutes to go. So the Chiefs defense has an opportunity to get off the field and get the ball back to Mahomes after that lengthy drive.
Well, and it will be so huge. We know that the Chargers won the toss. They're going to get the ball out of the second half. So to get a stop here, get the ball back for Mahomes with another chance to score going into half would be huge.
Trey Harris, the rookie receiver, is on the field right now for the Chargers. McConkey in motion. See what Herbert can do on 3rd and 7. And there's a blitz coming, picked up over the middle. Nice grab by McConkey. Move the chains, big 3rd down pickup. As we're under 4 minutes to go, 3rd catch for McConkey.
Blitz to the left-hand side, great pickup, just a one-on-one. Way too soft for that type of yardage. And McConkey's going to win that every single time. But you see the protection on the left-hand side. Nice job by Hampton picking out McDuffie. One of the things that you wonder about a young running back is how they're going to handle the blitz pickup.
Joe Alt doing quite well at the left tackle spot there as Hampton gets met by a host of Chiefs and is brought down for a loss of one. And we all know Rashawn Slater, the all-world left tackle, who was given the most enriched contract by the Chargers, then goes down for the season in training camp. And Joe Alt, who played left tackle 33 starts at Notre Dame, moves from right tackle right back to left. It's not simple to do, but the shuffling right there complicated a bit tonight by Mekhi Becton's stomach issues. He's back in, 2nd and 11, as Herbert steps back with Najee Harris to his left. Herbert's throwing. Lots of time. Wide open.
What stuff?
Parallax gets a couple extra yards as he gets down close to the 30. Trent McDuffie on the stop, gain of 23. Chargers on the move again.
This is one of the favorite routes by the Chargers. It's just a deep over route. They're going to clear it out on the left-hand side. Quentin Johnston run the deep corner, clears everybody out. Huge window at the second level for that McConkey.
We're nearing the 2-minute warning here. McConkey 4 catches, 48 yards. 1st and 10 from the Kansas City 33. We have reached the 2-minute warning. The Chargers up 7 and on the move. Quentin Johnston started the scoring. Mahomes just put 3 on the board, but it sure looks like the Chargers are poised to respond. Welcome back to NFL Kickoff Weekend, presented by YouTube TV. Another fun night here in Brazil. Friday night kickoff in the National Football League season. Also kicking off the international series that takes us to London, Ireland, Spain, Germany, right here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. First play after the 2-minute warning for Herbert and the Chargers, looking for it all to McConkey. Incomplete. Oh, he had him right there.
He did a little double move, what we call a sluggo, a slant and go by McConkey. Gets by his defender over there, just a little out of his reach. Nice hesitation, great route runner. Just a little out of his reach. Justin Herbert's going to wish he had that one back. A little bit more air. Something you'll see from Justin Herbert at times on his deep balls is a little bit flat. Lay that ball up, allow your receiver to go chase it down.
Jackson is in a trail position, to say the least. 2nd and 10 now, $1:54 left in the half. Herbert stepping up, has a crease. Herbert is taken down by Charles Omenihu. Timeout is called on the field, and the Chiefs are the ones who take it. Minute 48 now, as Carl Shepard says, put 4 seconds back on the clock. Kansas City hoping to get one more shot here at some points if they can get off the field now.
Yeah, big play right here. This first half has been dominated by the Chargers in every facet. One good drive there by the Chiefs, but they have been throwing it when they want to. They've been running it. They've been protecting Justin Herbert when he's got nothing down the field. Plenty of time to be able to survey and run the football for a couple big plays. But a huge play right here, like you said, trying to get the ball back to Patrick Mahomes and put some more points on the board, knowing the Chargers will get the ball out of the half.
Please stick around for the Verizon halftime show, if you please, with Kay and Cam breaking down the first half. We'll also check in with Mr. Beast, who Kurt's trying to get cool points with his kids by trying to meet. And a musical performance from Calvin G. I just threw you under the bus.
Oh, you did. I did get cool points because I'm doing a broadcast with Mr. Beast, doing Perfect, Sketch, and all those guys.
The content creator, quick throw to Keenan Allen. That was a big-time 3rd down conversion. Nick Bolton on the stop. The Chiefs gambit to try and get the ball back does not work, and now the Chiefs are calling timeout again.
Those two guys know each other really well. One-step slice route, put it on the money, slices his way for the first down.
We're back in 30 seconds here in Brazil. play and less time of possession. That's why the Chiefs lead in time of possession was that massively long drive that they settled just 3 on O'Marion Hampton. First down carry. Stopped by George Karlaftis. And a bunch of his teammates. As the clock rolls under 90 seconds to go, Chiefs are out of timeouts. So the Chargers trying to take this one down to the end here. Take a few shots to get more than just 3. They do get the ball to start the second half. They won the toss, gave the ball to the Chiefs, got 3 and out. Worthy got knocked out of the game with some friendly fire with Travis Kelce on that third down play. The Chargers scored a touchdown, and that's the margin of difference here. With 1 minute to go on 2nd and 11 with Justin Herbert from the 21-yard line. And there's a whistle for the stop there. If it's a delay of game unless the Chargers got a timeout. Here from Carl Sheffers. I do not see a flag on the field, but I could be obscured by some very large football players standing on the sideline. Is this the most time Carl Sheffers has spent on YouTube, do you think? He's gone down an algorithm watching QB Confidential, which people can get to your channel.
Yeah, Rich Eisen show.
Thank you.
On
That's
there,
all
you know
I'm
what
looking
saying?
for. Just go ahead and subscribe.
He might be a Mr. Beast fan like my grandkids. I mean,
could be. He didn't make an announcement here, but they just stopped the play. Is that what happened? Hold on a minute.
Delay of game, number 10. Offense, 5-yard penalty. The 10-second runoff portion of this penalty has been declined by Kansas City.
man, really surprised they don't call a timeout from the sideline. Lose that 5 yards. You see it going down. Spags was messing with Justin Herbert a little bit, showing a blitz, but you got to call a timeout there and save that 5 yards.
Herbert surveying, stepping up, flips it, incomplete. Looking for that McConkey, and Hicks almost had a hero moment there, but it does stop the clock though, Kurt. 54 seconds to go, 3rd and long.
And the 2 worst things that can happen, you have a penalty, and then you have an incomplete pass to stop the clock. Still just under a minute here in 3rd and long situation. Would be surprised if they threw this one. Hand the football off, get what you could get, run the clock all the way down, kick the point, or kick the 3 points, but if you're Justin Herbert, you're going to throw the football. Just got to be smart, don't let it hit the ground.
3rd and 16, and they do give it to their rookie, Hampton, running behind a whole bunch of teammates, but he runs out of bounds. Oh, Kurt Warner, that's a rookie mistake. And that does a massive favor for the Kansas City Chiefs. The clock stops at 49 seconds to go.
The Chargers been dominating this first half, and then 3 mistakes in a row here on this drive.
Yeah, look at Jake's reaction there, huh?
Man, it's something that you have to work on. Hey, just slide right in bounds, keep that clock going. It's a tough thing as a running back, just trying to gain yards, thinking about the situation, trying to turn the corner. But a huge mistake there by the young man.
36-yarder for Dicker. And he draws that in to make it a 10-point game, but there is some time on the clock for the Chiefs. 45 seconds. As Jim Harbaugh gives that reaction that you know he's going to give an earful of. Folks, flag football's going global. Your favorite creators and artists are teaming up with NFL legends for the Flag Football Game of the Year, live from London, only on YouTube, October 11th. That mental mistake by O'Marion Hampton, as we see this kickoff handled by Rashard Smith. And he gets it close to the 30-yard line. He heard about it not just from the coaches, but from a photographer going up. Wait a minute. That's Marshawn Lynch, who's here as a photographer at the game.
This one's taking pictures.
Taking pictures, but also giving Hampton maybe a quick lesson about what to do in a similar situation.
And of course, everybody knows you fall down right there, but I would have loved to have seen a different play call as well. Keep that young man out of that situation. You toss it to the sideline, there's always a chance that somebody runs you out of bounds.
What can Mahomes do with that gift? Going deep for Thornton. That's a connection. He stays in bounds. The clock is rolling under 30 seconds as everyone in the Kansas City uniform is running as fast as they can to get it up and spike it. What a big-time throw and play. Gain of 39 yards as they spike the ball with 21 seconds left. Oh, boy, the Chiefs making the Chargers pay, it appears, right now, Kurt.
A lot of miscommunications on the deep throws. Here's one. The deep corner route has to be a perfect throw up over the top. Nice extension by Thornton to move them down close to the red zone. But beautiful throw and catch, and that big play that they've been missing so much the last couple of years.
Longest reception of Thornton's career. Mahomes 9 of 12 in this quarter after the spike. 21 seconds left. Do they take a shot? Mahomes from the sideline, almost intercepted by Jackson. Intended for Hollywood Brown. Stops the clock with 17 seconds to go. What a defensive final 45 ticks here, huh, Kurt?
No doubt. The mistakes by the Chargers, giving the Chiefs the ball back. A big play that they get. Almost an opportunity there there was an opportunity there for Jackson to take that for a pick six. Ball left inside on a quick out route. A new life here for the Chiefs.
Still looking for their first conversion on third down of the half. They're 0 for 6 prior to this 3rd and 10 snap. Mahomes with a flag down. The clock was stopped, so there won't be a runoff here. If this is in fact
Number 74,
yes,
offense.
full start.
5-yard penalty, they're down.
Juwan Taylor flag for that. Of course, if the clock been running, that would have been a big time problem for the Chiefs because they don't have a timeout to fire off. Would it have been a 10-second delay, but instead there's 17 seconds to go on the clock. Down 10, trying to take advantage of the time the Chargers left on the clock for.
That's a problem Taylor had last year, was just trying to anticipate that snap and jumping just a tick early.
Not again. That one was Simmons.
Number 71, offense. 5-yard penalty, they're down.
2 false starts cost them 10
Oh,
yards.
the Chargers made another field goal. Yeah.
If they don't make more yards here, Kurt.
You set yourself up with the big play, you're feeling really good about things, and then you take a couple steps back. Mistakes that you just can't have in those critical situations. You say, gotta find something right here to make this kick a little bit more manageable.
Mahomes now staying back into his territory. Quick throw, Noah Gray. And that is still with the clock moving because momentum stopped before he got out of bounds. 7 seconds to go. It's 4th down. They can't spike it, so Butker's coming out. Will they get it off? They do. Butker from 59. It's good. The fire drill at the end of the half leads to 3 points. And it's a 10-point Charger lead. What a finish to the first half here in Brazil on YouTube.
What an operation by the Chiefs. You throw the flat route, think he's going to get out of bounds, but he gets pushed backwards, so the clock continues to run. Fire drill out there and a great kick by Butker.
Stacey Dales with Coach Reed.
Coach Reed struggled to get in the end zone, but what a finish here in the first half.
Yeah, that was good to finish that way. We need to get touchdowns, though, against this crew. So we'll work on that this half and come out, play a little stronger on the defensive side, and we score touchdowns instead of field goals on the offensive side.
Coach, how do you unlock this thing for Patrick Mahomes?
Well, we keep firing. That's what you do. So, yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Wow, what a finish to this half. The last 2 minutes, Omarion Hampton. He runs out of bounds on his own volition. The Chiefs were out of timeouts. They could have taken it all the way down, kicked the field goal to take a 10-point lead at the half. And the Chiefs forced to run their field goal unit out with few ticks left on the clock. And Harrison Butker nails the 59-yarder to get the 3 points back for the Chiefs. Coming up after the break, it's the Verizon Halftime Show on YouTube. NFL Kickoff Weekend presented by YouTube TV. You're back for the second half before the Kansas City Chiefs. They're not out of the locker room yet, Kurt. Chargers are out here. There's a couple of the Chiefs on the field. As you can see, the quarterback comparison, Justin Herbert. And Mahomes had the same amount of completions, but you can see Herbert had quite a half in terms of throwing yards, 171 for Justin Herbert, and that touchdown that is the margin of difference right now. Got on the board first.
The difference was the big plays. Well, Chiefs have struggled to get big plays the last couple of years. Didn't have any until that one on that last drive to get 3 points. And on the flip side, Justin Herbert hit 3 different big plays that have led to points in the first half.
Have the Chiefs been locked in their locker room? Are they having trouble getting out? Because, I mean, the Chargers are out. The Chiefs have yet to emerge here inside Corinthians Arena.
For those that are at home, there was obviously a lot of fog and smoke.
Yeah, there was. It was almost like a
performance
football
at halftime. And so maybe they said, hey, we're going to put a pause on the kickoff for a few minutes. So the Chiefs are using every last second inside the locker room.
I wonder if Jim's getting an explanation as to why the Chiefs are coming out right now. Honestly, we thought we'd be playing football at this point in time. But here comes Mahomes and Andy Reid.
In no hurry.
Well, they're definitely not in any hurry. They're definitely not in.
We got some stripes right in front of them.
So we're here up in the booth. Take your time, Jets. I mean, you know, stop it even.
Well, Jim Harbaugh told us when we were talking. Jim Harbaugh told us when we were talking this week that the one key to beating this really good Chiefs team is you can't give them anything extra. So you sit there and you look back to that last drive at the end of the first half, those 3 mistakes, allowing the Chiefs to get 3 points at the end of the half. Is that a mistake? Is that an extra that's going to end up costing them here in the second half?
Should we bring in Terry McCall to see if you can call delay of game on a team coming late out of the locker room? I don't know. That would be a first. But the Chiefs are going to take their time warming up as well. So if you're just joining us here on our YouTube Global Live free stream, Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers won the toss. They elected to give the ball to the Chiefs. Went 3 and out, and in going 3 and out, Xavier Worthy collided with Travis Kelce on that 3rd down play. Injured his right shoulder, and we are not seeing Xavier Worthy again tonight. He is injured and out for the game. The Chargers got the ball after that 3 and out, scored a touchdown, and that is the margin of difference right now. Field goals being traded, and that is Hassan Haskins returning it. Goes to the 30-yard line. Terry McCauley's telling us from Walt Anderson at the league office there was a miscommunication with the Chiefs to bring them on out. But at any rate, here's the second half. Jim Harbaugh's Chargers getting the ball first. 13-6 is your score with Mahomes and the Chiefs touchdownless in the first half. That's the 4th time in their last 5 games dating back to last season in which they didn't have a touchdown in the first half. The Chargers getting the ball first, starting from their own 28. And there is a first down run from Hampton and a host of Chiefs. Cook and Connor on the stop, gain of 1.
The Chargers came out in this game in the first half and they decided to throw the ball all over the place. We know that Jim Harbaugh wants to be a run-first team. That wasn't the plan in the first half. Let's see if they continue to throw the football here in the second half or get back to more of what we saw from the Chargers last year.
2nd and 9. Conkey in motion. Pressure up the middle. Steps back. And that one, he was thrown off his back foot. Stacey Dale's taking it away.
Rich, I just spoke with Jim Harbaugh, and I asked him how the defense has been so effective against Patrick Mahomes, and he said, we're playing fast and hard. They've got to continue to do that. When I asked him how they keep pressure, because Justin's been so good offensively on these Chiefs to close it out, he just said, we've got to keep going. Didn't mince words, Rich.
Thank you, Stacey. Harbaughs are known to not mince words. 3rd and 9, big play for the Chiefs defense here. Can they get the Chargers off the field and Mahomes back on it? Herbert fading back on 3rd and 9, going deep. it is incomplete, going for Johnson, as the flag has been thrown in the backfield. Pearl Shepherd's off a busy first half.
Holding number 73 offense. That penalties decline, result of the play. Fourth down.
Ty Becton, who was in and out of the lineup in the first half, called for a hold, and the Chiefs defense comes out of the locker room late, but it's better than never.
Justin Herbert wanted to try to go to Ladd McConkey on what we call a sail route, a corner route there. But Spags dialed up a double team on McConkey, taking him out of the game, forcing Herbert to have to throw the long ball down the sideline in the disconnect.
Here's Scott. Remigio standing on his own 20. Rouse it. By the Los Angeles Chargers special teams. What will Patrick Mahomes do when we come back? Nike. Previous game here at Corinthians Arena. Two of the biggest clubs in Sao Paulo. Corinthians versus Palmeiras, and Corinthians with an equalizer, as they call it. A 1-1 draw. Previous game here. Now, Patrick Mahomes' first drive of the second half starts with a rollout to his right, McKee. And Mahomes takes another hit. And goes out of bounds, and it's Troy Dye who gave him the hit before, Kurt. I guess he doesn't mind being hit by Troy Dye.
You're at this point now where you're just trying to make something happen. Things haven't gone the way you want, but you still got to be smart. If you're Patrick Mahomes, lowers that left shoulder. But to start the game, Chargers defense gets a 3-and-out. Chargers go down and score a touchdown. Second half, Chiefs defense gets a 3-and-out. Can their offense go down and tie this game up with a touchdown?
We call that a drive starter. It's a gain of 11. Here's Pacheco. And he just gets smacked. The flag is down, and there is Henley again.
Holding number 74 offense. 10-yard penalty.
Taylor's having a rough go of it here in Brazil. Penalties, now that hole. I mean, that thing was dead from the start.
See him get beat to the inside. Nothing to do but reach up and grab right there. Another one of those easy calls right at the point of attack for the officials.
Denzel Perryman is questionable to return with an ankle injury, so Henley driving down that middle of the defense by himself. He just came downhill and brought the wood. First and 20 off the penalty. Now Mahomes rolling to his left and throwing back across the green. That was a nice Patrick Mahomesian throw, getting some of those penalty yards back. Catch there by Juju Smith-Schuster.
Well, it's a no-no for a lot of quarterbacks. Throw it late across the middle. Has become a staple for Patrick Mahomes. So good at getting his hips turned to be able to make accurate throws back to the inside. Nobody open on the outside. Nice little pickup there to Juju.
Gain of 14. Two rollouts by Mahomes, one to his right, one to his left. Both worked for double-digit yardage. An inside handoff to Pacheco. Gets it closer to the 40-yard line, number 38. Dye on the stop. Brings up a third down for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Chiefs not known for running the football, so a big part of their offense has always been wide receiver screens, the RPO game, but something that's really been missing. We haven't seen much of either one of those things tonight.
Chiefs 0 for third down in the first half, 0 for 7. At least to pick up their first down on third down here. Mahomes could throw, wide open receiver, and there's your first third down conversion. Hollywood Brown brings it into Chargers territory to gain of 13.
Hollywood Brown starting to heat up. He had that drop early on the third down, the easy throw on the stop route, but since then, he's been the go-to guy for Patrick Mahomes. A lot of short catches, but doing a nice job moving the chains.
Brown's 6th catch of the game, all since the second quarter. 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. Chiefs in Chargers territory. Mahomes, another quick throw. And it's another grab by Juju Smith-Schuster. Takes it to the Chargers 41.5, gain of 7.
This is starting to look like the Chiefs from last year. Get back, get the ball out of your hands quickly, 4 or 5 yards a pop, move the chains, long possessions. Got the one big play at the end of the first half, but it seems like they're getting back to things that they feel very, very comfortable with.
Kelce with only 1 catch for 10 yards. And that's him in motion. They have to go in the third quarter. And another whistle to blow a play dead and another false start. Oh, Jawan Taylor, it is his birthday right now, Kurt.
It looked like there was confusion from the get-go. You said Travis Kelce in motion. He was just looking at Mahomes like, okay, what was the call? What are we doing? You wonder how some of that messes up the timing up front. There's been a lot of sorts all night long for the Chiefs. Made some plays, but there's been a lot of miscommunication.
Is that a week 1 thing? I mean, they played a lot in the preseason. Much was made of that. And the Chiefs were playing their players in the preseason, their starters. Here's Mahomes on 1st and 15. Almost intercepted. Bud Dupree came in free. Knocked that one down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's necessarily just a week 1 thing, or maybe coming in you have a certain plan, and that plan involves a lot of Xavier Worthy. That's what Andy Reid told us. We've got a heavy plan for Xavier Worthy coming into this game. You lose him on the first drive. Does that change what you're doing, and is that leading some of the miscommunication?
Oh, Kelce letting Taylor hear it. I'm talking about Swift. Obviously, that's Jawan hearing it. Mahomes stepping up. Saloon. Mahomes takes advantage and takes another hit, but delivers it to Jackson and the first down. Mahomes beginning to feel it. Third scramble for a first down, and here we go.
That's such a big part of their offense is his legs. You get man-to-man coverage. Everybody turns their back on the quarterback. As he scrambles, you see right there, the defenders are looking at their receivers running down the field, have no idea that Patrick Mahomes is running the football. Something he's very good at. Recognizes, man, this guy's not there. Find a window and get a big play running the football.
This is showing some fire. Mahomes picking it up. Quick throw on first down to Brown. Brings it inside the 30-yard line. 32. 1-2. Stop. Jim Harbaugh watched his team go 3 and out. It's another methodical Chiefs drive. Herbert watches and cools his heels inside the 30-yard line now. 2nd and 8. 29 of the Chargers. Pacheco. Throw to Brown again. Makes an inside move. None other than Derwin James. That makes it almost a first down there. Marking it just shy of the 22-yard line, 31.
They don't fix it. Early on, it looked like they were trying to force some big plays in those first couple drives, a theme that they had coming in. Now they've said, okay, forget that. Let's get back to doing what we do so well, the quick passing game, get it out of our hands and keep moving the chains.
That formation, Kareem Hunt takes it, gets the first down, another third down conversion on this drive as it's a flag late. Creed Humphrey's been pointing at some Chargers as Kelce's in the mix. Zebra huddle. Tier Tuck on the screen. Perhaps he's about to be flagged here.
Yeah, a little pushing and shoving. It's the hand up. Late. 15 yards for the Chiefs right here. Kelce gives a little push. Comes back with a punch.
In the head. And we'll see what the referees say. So add 15 on. And since Omarion Hampton went out of bounds of his own volition with no timeouts left for the Chiefs to stop the clock, allowing the Chiefs an opportunity to march down the field and get 3 points before the half, and they did it on a 59 fits. Mahomes looking for the end zone. Touchdown. Kansas City has a chance to tie here in Brazil. Lil Mack had a shot at him and couldn't get him down, Kurt.
You're going to see he looks to throw the quick slant. The defensive end stands up. I think he's afraid that he's going to tip the football. Decides to just pull it down. And a great job getting to the pylon. And his legs are always key in critical moments for the Chiefs, especially down in the red zone. A number of big plays on that drive to get 7 on the board. Back to the tie.
No good. Harrison Butker. Interestingly enough, is wide right. And it's a 13-12 ball game here in Brazil. We're seeing it all here on this Friday night on YouTube. Welcome back to NFL Kickoff Weekend presented by YouTube TV. It's a 13-12 ball game. Travis Kelce, 1 catch, 10 yards. He is showing some serious fire on the field on that touchdown drive, first of the game for the Chiefs, first of the season this week on Friday night. Butker just missed the extra point. He missed 2 all last year, sends that one away. And a return by Haskins gets past the 25-yard line. Terry McAulay, why wasn't Tart tossed for that hit today?
Rich, the decision comes from either Executive Vice President of Football Operations, Troy Vincent, or the Senior Vice President of Officiating. And they looked at it, and according to Walt Anderson, they said it because it was an open hand contact to the head, that was not disqualifying action.
So is it always just open hand, closed hand? Does it have anything to do with the amount of force, how the punch or swing is thrown?
Well, sure, all that can come into play, but on this one, they felt that it was just an open hand, blow to the head, not a close fist, not a punch, and they did not disqualify in this case.
Well, in the meantime, the Chargers with a little bit of dipsy-do right there. Darius Davis starts that drive off. I mean, that was a direct hit to the face mask there. Travis Kelce, 15-yard dip set up the Chiefs for the eventual score.
Obviously the big missed extra point there to keep the Chargers the lead. But you talked about the momentum has shifted to the Chiefs sideline. Let's see if the Chargers and Justin Herbert can take a little of that back.
2nd and 7 here from their own 29. Blitz right up the gut, and down goes Herbert. Down goes Herbert with Drew Tranquil, anything but. And it is 3rd and long with the Kansas City team defense now buzzing, Kurt.
And nobody is better at getting clean hitters on the quarterback. It's Steve Spagnuolo. And right there, they're showing pressure from all over the place. They bring pressure from the middle, from the right, from the left, playing a zero blitz on the backside. And the free hitter on Justin Herbert. Greg Roman says, Spags is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get when you show up against him.
3rd and 15 on the loss of 8. Herbert from his pocket over the middle, caught by Johnston. Does he get to the first down? He ran down the line, and he is ruled shy of the first down marker. It is 4th down. Just past the 35-yard line. What is Jim Harbaugh going to do? He sends out the big package.
Great throw and catch. William Johnston, they've talked about how he's made a step forward this year, and they really wanted to see it in game type action, and he's made big play after big play for the Chargers.
All he had to do was take 1 step forward, and it would have been a first down.
I know, I thought he was going to just turn and fall down.
So what happens here? It's a handoff. Hampton, does he get it? First down, Chargers. Oh, what a big play in this game. Just north of 5.5 minutes of the 3rd quarter.
Coach Harbaugh said, you block for 2, he gets 4. You block for 1 on 4th and 1. He feels comfortable that he's going to get 2 or 3, just like he does right through contact there.
The chief is down, and it looks like it's Tranquil. Back to Brazil in a moment.
Here in Brazil, if you're Tranquil, able to walk off under his own power, but you see right here, his own guy, Connor, able to come down on his right knee. They were taking a look at it, but as I said, able to walk off under his own power. We'll see if he's able to come back.
Power run by Hampton with a snap penalty here. And now back to
Number 73 offense, a 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
We're seeing it all here. You see a guy make a 59-yarder in a fire drill at the end of the first half, and then the next swing of his leg is a missed extra point. He only missed 2 last year, as we see Tranquil being worked on right now. The Chargers then pick up a first down on 4th down. The Chiefs have already done that twice in this game. And pre-snap penalties galore. 4 penalties on Jawan Taylor of the Chiefs. What does Herbert do here? Takes it himself. And that play comes to a sudden stop with Leon Chanel. Stops him just as he crosses the 40-yard line.
Off this quick pressure off the right-hand side. Nice recognition by Justin Herbert. Just able to step underneath, sees the hole, the gap, eyes down the field. You're seeing both quarterbacks use their legs to make some big plays tonight.
So, it is now 2nd and 8, nearing the 4-minute mark of the 3rd quarter here in Brazil. It's Friday night on YouTube. It's Hampton moving around Herbert. Justin throwing again. Quick throw to his left. That one is caught by Keenan Allen. Makes a nice move. First down. Ball comes out, but he's down. He's down. Gain of 15. On to the 44 of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Nobody uses what we call blitz zero. Man-to-man coverage across the board. The all-out blitz worked for him last time with the sack by Tranquil. This time, Justin sees it. Good pick up in the back end. Get the ball out quick. Keenan Allen doing the rest.
First down, Chargers from the 44 of Kansas City. Shield. McCarthy. Sliding catch inside the 30. And 16 for Ladini.
All right, their favorite play. They ran it in the first half. We're going to run the deep corner with the deep over. We're going to clear out the backside with Johnston. And we're going to allow Matt McCarthy to work that second level. You see that play over and over with the Chargers. They hit it for a big play in the first half. Hey, let's come back. Dial it up, hit it for another big play.
5 catches, 65 yards for McConkey. Najee Harris in the game. And it's Najee running it up the middle. Squirting through for a nice first down gain. Inside the 25 now. We're inside 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd.
One of their priorities in the offseason was to upgrade the running back room. Knowing Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman want to run the football. Had some success last year early, but then slowed down the stretch. So they made a conscious effort to go out, pick up Najee Harris, 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons for him. And then, of course, Omarion Hampton to draft him and add a little power and explosiveness to the backfield.
Personally, Harris has not started in his career. He started all 71 games playing with the Steelers. Hampton, a 2nd down run. And he gets close to the first down. Not seeing anybody who's say to move the chains, and now they just signaled it is a first down. Nice drive for the Chargers in response here.
Nice methodical drive, running the football, quick throws. Able to get that one big play to McConkey. Mentioned all night long, when they've got a big play, they've put points on the board. Such a difference maker on every drive if you can get a big 20-yard plus play.
10 play of the drive. Started their own 26, 6.5 minutes and change now longer. Hampton broke the tackle from Cook. Got down to the 10-yard line before Bolton takes him down. They're marking him down at the 11. Nice first down gain for the rookie there. They're moving the football now, Kurt, on the ground.
One of the best in college football the last 3 years. Yards after contact. One thing that they love about him. Not going to go down with the first guy, able to run through one, there, set him up for a 2nd and short.
2,033 all-purpose yards last year. That's a UNC record. Harris now the lone back end. Play fake to him. Herbert going back to his left for Johnston. Almost the same spot where he had a touchdown earlier. Jalen Watson is there to knock it away. 3rd and 3.
So he misses that throw there, but you see McConkey on this play. We get a chance to show the replay. Man, really good throw. Probably should have been caught, but McConkey runs a great route, wide open on the other side.
Watson is down in the end zone after breaking it up. And he's on the turf. And that's pretty much where Johnston caught the touchdown to start the game for the Chargers. We're going to take a break, back with a big 3rd down at the end of the 3rd quarter. Rich Eisen, Kurt Warner, Stacey Dales Destroyed here on the live YouTube stream around the world. We say hello to everyone on planet Earth. And I mean everyone, Kurt. There's not a single folk on planet Earth I'm not saying hello to. Taking in this game, big 3rd and 3. 36 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 1-point lead for Justin Herbert and the Chargers from inside the red zone of the Kansas City Chiefs. Herbert for the end zone. There's
Touchdown, yes.
Chargers up 7.
Those guys know each other. You're going to see a little out route here by McConkey. Grabs the corner. Nobody left on the back end as they try to combo the main coverage. Easy pitch and catch. Those guys over 300 receptions together, so back here just for a short period of time, but they know each other extremely well.
12-play, 74-yard drive that Dicker finishes off with the extra point, and it is an 8-point lead. Big response by Justin Herbert and Los Angeles. We're back in 30 seconds. YouTube channel right there. Chatting it up with one of the many content creators here at this YouTube live stream game around the world from Brazil. And that is Rashard Smith with a nice return. We're up to the 35-yard line, which is where it would have been if he went in the end zone. That was exciting to watch. Always is when we're watching kickoffs return. So Jim Harbaugh's Chargers responded nicely to giving up their first touchdown to the Chiefs in this game and this season. Harrison Butker, who made a massive 59-yarder with no time left and no timeouts left, taking down at the end of the first half, missed an extra point. That's why it was an 8-point game, with Mahomes taking control from his own 35 with 25 ticks to go. Kareem Hunt bounces off the initial rush of tacklers. And that is a gain of 5 to the 40-yard line. And that appears to be where the Chiefs are going to start this big-time 4th quarter here in Sao Paulo. Andy Reid's Chiefs, coming off their first touchdown drive of the season, just gave one right back to Los Angeles. How will they respond? The AFC West Chiefs-Chargers rivalry is a 1-score game going to the 4th. Game on YouTube is brought to you by Sonic. It's the 4th quarter. It's a 1-possession game. Both teams without key players. Denzel Perriman for Jim Harbaugh's defense just downgraded to out. Xavier Worthy for Andy Reid's offense has been out since the 3rd snap of the game. First snap of the 4th quarter comes from the Chiefs' own 40-yard line, down 8. Mahomes play fake. That ball's tipped and incomplete. Looks like he was looking for Kelsey there, Kurt.
Actually was looking over the top for Hollywood Brown on that deep over that we've seen the Chargers run. Had an opportunity for a big play if it's not tipped. Good job up front. Get the pressure, knock the ball down. Otherwise, I think that's a big play for the Chiefs.
Target block, and that's pretty sour because that was the open hand blocking that football. And other open hand that he threw in the grill of Travis Kelce the last drive did not get kicked out as Mahomes gets out of trouble, flips it to Juju Smith-Schuster. Chargers are wondering if he was past the line of scrimmage. They are ruling that a legal forward pass and a first down with some Mahomes magic here in the fourth quarter.
You see right there, he's just got to have any part of his body behind the line of scrimmage. Dangerous throw, but we've seen him do this so many times and find a way to get it to his guy.
Parallel to the ground and flips it to Smith-Schuster to move the chains and get to the plus side of the field. Here's Kareem Hunt with a first down run, ping-ponging his way close to the 45-yard line. The Chiefs have won their last 17 one-possession games. That is the longest record, longest such streak in the history of the National Football League. They're trying to extend it here in Brazil. They had 11 comeback wins last year. That was the most in the NFL. Trying to do it again here. They're in that position again here in week 1 on Friday night in Sao Paulo. Mahomes on second down. Quick throw to Hunt. Makes a move. Can't get past Derwin James. Brings up a third down.
Well, we know in this rivalry, this is how these games are played. They come down to one possession in the fourth quarter. Which team is able to finish? Most of the time in this matchup between Mahomes and Herbert, it has been Mahomes and company. 7-1 in their 8 meetings. But Chargers have the lead. Chargers have the opportunity to finish and get out of here 1-0. Are they able to step up and show? As I said in the open, they want to show that they belong with the big names in the AFC. Tonight would be a huge statement.
Mahomes on third down. Takes it himself up the middle. Slides, and it is a first down. Go figure, the Chiefs 0 for 7 in the first half on third down are now a perfect 5 for 5 on third down in the second half.
And he's so good at just looking for these lanes, looking down the field, doesn't have his first guy. If there's a lane open, so willing to take off and make plays with his feet. It's almost like sometimes I feel he drops back and he's just waiting for that opening more than even looking down the field. And he's going to be able to find it and get that first down.
57 rush yards for Mahomes tonight. From the Los Angeles 37, Mahomes with pressure finds a runner. Travis Kelce, touchdown! 37 yards for 87. And Mahomes to Kelce strikes again against the Chargers.
They're going to fake the wide receiver screen. Kelce's going to come up as if he's blocking. A little hesitation, and then he's going to leap down the sideline. They get the sell. The Chargers back. Easy throw for the walk-in touchdown for Travis Kelce.
Well, Kurt, when you're down 2 in Brazil in the fourth quarter of week number 1, 13 and change left, 12 and change left on the clock. What does the chart say, Kurt?
Go.
They're going for 2. Kelce is off the field. Mahomes to his right, quick throw, and that is a successful 2-pointer. No, incomplete. Noah Gray was the intended target. So the Chargers once again give up a touchdown, but the Chiefs cannot tie the game on it. It's 20-18 here in Brazil as Travis Kelce gets in the end zone for the first time in 2025. Also where Cosmo Kramer once took on some children. As the city kickoff after all that went down, Son Haskins takes it at the 25-yard line. And so again, previously in this game, Tahir Tart throws a right-handed Travis Kelce, gets 15 but doesn't get ejected because it's an open hand, and sure enough, the other open hand of Tart is still in the game to knock away that 2-point conversion after Travis Kelce scores.
So you make that trade, 15 yards for 2 points? I think you probably do.
Two open hands are very crucial conversation pieces in this Brazil game. So the ensuing Chargers drive, and that one's a toss to Hampton. And there is Tranquil back in the game after that scare with his leg earlier in the night. That's a nice drive starter.
You've talked about how the Chiefs have been so good at winning these close games. I'd say exactly the opposite about the Chargers. They're a team that struggles in these close three-point type games. And one of their themes coming into this year was, hey, we made a lot of improvements last year, but we've got to get better at finishing and winning these games against good football teams. Well, they got an opportunity to do it now with 11 minutes to go.
2-point lead for the Chargers on second and manageable. Herbert and finds his reliable receiver, Keenan Allen, moves the chains. Shoves him out of bounds, but it's a first down for the Chargers.
And that's what we're talking about with the close games. You see the Chiefs have won their last 9 games decided by 3 points or fewer. The streak, while the Chargers have lost their last 11 decided by 3 points or fewer. And so many of these games come down to this. The last game these two teams played was a 3-possession game that the Chiefs were able to win late.
And it is a first down run by Hampton, and that goes nowhere. As a matter of fact, the end tackling is a loss of 1 yard. Mike Dano led the charge there. As we're nearing the 10-minute mark, and it's just obviously nobody wants to start 0-1, right?
There's so much about the momentum in the first game, no question.
For the Chiefs, though, if you're 0-1, you go home and your next game is against the Philadelphia Eagles in a Super Bowl rematch. If they win, though, this is technically a road division win. And the Chargers, obviously, to strike a blow by beating the Chiefs, that would be huge for them. And that throw is hardly a gain right there to Johnston. So this is a big third down as we're under 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. The Chargers' next game is a Monday night on the road in division against Vegas. It's the Chargers' first 3 games this year, along against division opponents. The Chiefs tonight, the Vegas Raiders on Monday night, week 2 on the road, and then home against the Denver Broncos. Just a monster down right here as we approach the 9-minute mark. 3rd and 7 from their own 40. Herbert surveying. There's a wide open Allen. Wow, wide open, Kurt. What happened there?
The Chiefs are trying to show a disguise, walking up, moving guys all over the place. And as they do that, just leave the big void open. But Keenan Allen is so good at find the void in the zone. 3rd down, you got a choice route. Where's the opening? Go in, go out, hook up. Great job by number 13 right there to find that soft spot. And Justin Herbert put it on him.
Allen's last 3 receptions, a touchdown and 2 big chain movers after the Chiefs responded with a touchdown of their own. First down, Chargers, they're throwing, and there is Hampton open. It's pushed out of bounds there by Hicks. The Chargers move into Chiefs territory.
Another mistake there by the Chiefs defense. Hampton motions out. Nobody goes with him. Justin Herbert could have gotten to him a little bit quicker, maybe gained a few more yards, but back-to-back plays and miscommunication on the back end for the Chiefs.
That's not where the Chiefs want to see Chris Jones on a knee on the sideline catching his breath here. At the 8-minute mark, a 2-point game. Chargers on the move, 2nd and 4. Again, and that's another wide open receiver. Nice grab there, first career catch for Trey Harris. Couldn't come at a bigger time. The rookie moves the chains.
Big physical receiver. They like him, think that he can play all over the place. It's going to be a difference maker for him. It's that one-on-one on the outside, able to create some separation. And turn it up for the first.
7th different Charger with a catch tonight. 4 of them 50 or more yards. So Herbert is zeroing in potentially on a 300-yard night, 268 yards for Herbert. 1st and 10, throwing again. Keeping it moving, there's McConkey. And that's a gain of 9 down to the 25.
They've got both these guys that are so good at the choice routes. You're going to have a corner route over the top, and then the choice to be able to read whatever that corner does here. He gets soft, boom, just find the hole in between. And it's number 13, number 15. They are so good in those choice type situations.
2nd and less than a yard, it appears. We're going to run this up the middle of Hampton, and he does not make it. Gets closer to the 1st down, but they are not awarding a chain mover here. Chris Jones back in the game, makes his presence known. Big 3rd down. The clock rolls towards 6 minutes.
These are the situations why they got those 2 big backs. Is to be able to win these types of battles, have to assume that they're going to hand the football off once again, but surprised already that they're in the shotgun.
Herbert a perfect 7 for 7 for half the football field on this drive, and it's a direct snap. Right to none other than Tyler Conklin. I mean, we just call that a push since nobody pushed his derriere there. It's just a push play.
I guess that explains the shotgun part of it.
But it does, in fact, give the Chargers a 1st down, 5.5 minutes to go. The 11th play of this drive that's now lasted 6.5 minutes is coming up. At this point, the Chiefs just have to hold the Chargers to 3 maybe and get the ball back from Mahomes. We will see what happens here on this 1st down play. Herbert's throwing, fading back over the middle. Johnston!
Touchdown, yes!
Told us in critical situations, in close that field goal range, you want to push it back. Steve Spagnuolo is going to blitz. He is going to bring the all-out pressure. Once again, did it right there. Blitz 0, one-on-one with Quentin Johnston. And another big play by Q for the touchdown.
See what Carl Shepard has to say. It's being explained to Jim Harbaugh right now.
Personal foul face mask, number 21 defense, that penalty will be enforced on the try.
So Jaden Hicks was on the coverage of that touchdown, flag for 15 after.
So it's just going to be a deep cross, but you're going to see an all-out pressure. It's man-to-man, no safety help on the back end. Great crossover route by Johnston to turn up the defensive back. And a perfect throw for another touchdown.
And with that, Justin Herbert has a 300-yard, 3-touchdown pass night here in Brazil. He was a perfect 8 for 8 for 73 yards on that drive. And most importantly, Cameron Dicker nails the extra point to make it a 2-score game. The Chargers have the defending AFC champs on the ropes here in Brazil on YouTube. Back to NFL Kickoff Weekend presented by YouTube TV. You're watching watch parties around the world, checking out tonight's game. Brisbane, Australia, Mexico City, Mexico, and just nearby Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. We are in the first of 7 international series games. The next international game will be week 4 in Dublin, Ireland, between the Vikings and the Steelers. 3 in London, 1 in Berlin, and then 1 in Spain, as that kickoff is corralled by Remigio and taken to the 28-yard line. One more break right here before Mahomes has to get his giddy up on down 9.
To the Chiefs versus Chargers after that last Quentin Johnston touchdown. I just realized something. Y'all don't get to see the size and speed of these guys up in person. I'm a sizable guy. I'm like 6'7". So once he caught that touchdown, got up and celebrated, I realized how big and massive these boys are, man. Woo! It's a hell of a game. y'all. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Are you sure 6'7"?
He didn't look 6'7"
I don't know.
when we were-
That's the number of YouTube subscribers he
Oh,
needs.
gotcha.
6.7
6.7.
million. I think that's what he means by the 6'7". Thank you, D. Chargers in a pickle. The Chiefs in a pickle. Mahomes goes down on the first snap. And it is takes down Mahomes as the clock is ticking. When the Chiefs have to score fast, it would be helpful for them if they could do it before the 2-minute warning and save all their timeouts to get the ball back down 9 over the middle. Nice throw. Threads that right in to Hollywood Brown. And that is a first down. They are moving the chains. Clock rolling towards 4 minutes. What a beautiful throw that was.
It was right in between defenders, but you got to find a chunk play.
Here is Pacheco running out of bounds. Stops the clock with 4:11 to go.
That's the next best thing, get out of bounds. But usually in these drives, with 2 down, 2 possessions, you got to try to find and force one of those chunk plays, those difference-making 25 to 30-yard completions to get that quick score.
4. Ball on 43. 4:11 to go. Chiefs have missed an extra point and a 2-point conversion to be down 9. Mahomes steps up, dumps it off to Pacheco. That goes nowhere. And Derwin James on the spot. He's up 3rd down and the clock rolls under 4 minutes.
This is where that pressure becomes so important. Even if you're not getting the sack, just forcing Patrick to get the ball out of his hands before those routes down the field can develop. Then you rally up and make the tackle. Keep that clock going.
Chargers trying to finish off the Chiefs. We've won this division 9 straight seasons. 3.5 to go. Big 3rd down. Mahomes pressured, steps up, gets rid of it, incomplete. Trying to get it to Kareem Hunt, but even if he did, the clock would have been rolling. And that was Hand who pressured.
Quick throw, Kelsey over on the left-hand side. I just thought it was a little bit too tight, but had a lot of success holding the football, finding that window and running it, but they are closing in on him right now.
Well, this is it. Feels like the last chance saloon here in Sao Paulo. 4th and 7. Mahomes running for his life from Khalil Mack. Throws to Wyatt. Inside the 10. Holy smokes. On 4th down. Wide open. Gain of 49.
You gotta be kidding me. A whip with the left guard, quick pressure. He's got to take off and then drop coverage on the back end. And a great find and throw by number 15.
Suddenly they can score before the 2-minute warning. Mahomes got it down. And that is none other. Guess who batted it down, Lieutenant? It's Tart. Oh my.
Here it is, Khalil Mack chasing him down, full sprint, to be able to get that football the distance back to the inside. And just a big mistake on the back end. The one thing you can't allow to happen in those situations is the offense to get behind you.
So here we are. The Chiefs, 2nd and goal. 2:44 to go. Down 9. All timeouts remaining and the 2-minute warning. Mahomes over the middle. Oh, Kelsey was there with James on him. Incomplete.
Couldn't tell if Travis just slowed down a little bit. Patrick thought he was going to keep running across. See the motion. Let's see if there was just a little subtle, just a little miscommunication. Thought he was going to keep going. Nobody out in front of him. He slows down just a tick, and that's the difference.
3rd and goal. 2:41 to go. Mahomes quick throw to the end zone. And that's incomplete. Jason Brownlee targeted. And third down. Brings up fourth. And they'll bring out Harrison Butker. To go for three. All timeouts remaining.
Or you can onside kick if you want to give that a shot.
27-yard chip shot to make it a 6-point game. One-score game again. Right down the middle. So the Chiefs get points on the board on a magic throw from Mahomes on fourth down. Don't you dare move. Friendly reminder, NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV have the bulk of Week 1 activity. You can watch every game this Sunday, including up to 4 at once with Multiview. And now, new users can subscribe for less. Sign up today. Harrison Butker kicks this one off. That's Omarion Hampton, who lets it go by him. So the Chiefs say, take it on the 35. Listen, I know we in the media get accused of, fawning all over Patrick Mahomes. Get more wild plays from him here in Brazil.
Well, the international version of Mahomes' magic. Touchdown run, a little flip. That last play, sprinting to his right, 40-yard pass down the middle of the field. When Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes get together, you expect to see some special throws. Justin Herbert's have been more of the conventional variety from inside the pocket, but a number of beautiful throws, and Patrick is having his magical night once again, finding ways to create plays that aren't there.
Because the ball landed in the zone before landing in the end zone, the ball does come out to just the 20. So here are the Chargers needing a couple of first downs perhaps to just seal this game out, and they're throwing, and it's a wide open Will Dissly. And that's the way the drive starts. There's a first down. And the Chiefs fire off one of their timeouts. Gain of 17. Herbert just winging it here.
Beautiful play call by Greg Roman. Everybody's expecting you to hand the football off, 4-minute offense, come out with the play fake, only one receiver over there. Defensive back has to step down and respect the run, respect his gap. And another perfect throw from Justin Herbert.
You can see 7 of 8 meetings decided by one score between these two teams. Kansas City has won 7 of the 8.
6 of those games have come down to the final drive. 5 times Patrick Mahomes leading the game-winning drive. 1 time Justin Herbert. This one's not necessarily a game-winning drive to put points on the board, but game-winning drive to get first downs and run this clock out and not give it back to 15.
2 timeouts and a 2-minute warning for the Chiefs now. Advised to give up a first down here, and it is a run. And it is hardly a gain for Hampton. Just 1-yard gain for the rookie. Mike Dana on the stop. The rookie with 15 carries for 48 yards in his debut. One timeout and the 2-minute warning. There's not many who have done what Herbert's done tonight. Only Dan Fouts and Phillip Rivers twice. With 300 yards and 3 touchdowns in the season opener. Herbert now with 318 yards in those 3 scores for Jim Harbaugh. As I said, came on my show. By the way, you can see the YouTube channel, which I He said that he woke up one night and said, I got to get Justin Herbert to the Hall of Fame. In games like these, you string them together, and you got yourself a nice start to a career here for Herbert. Most passing yards of anybody through 5 seasons, and this is his first game of season 6 for him. He's thrown again. He steps up, he's sacked. He's sacked by Drew Tranquill. Fire off the 3rd and final timeout. The Chiefs just did with 2:14 to go. And they've got themselves a good chance here to get the ball back, Kurt.
Really surprised to throwing it on 2nd down. Hand the ball off one more time. Can't take a chance of losing yards, because that's the thing. Justin Herbert knows I can't throw this football and give them and allow them to have their timeout, so I've got to take a sack. That's okay on 3rd down. On 2nd down, you don't want to put yourself in that situation. Now you're 3rd and really long.
What do you call?
I think you have to hand the football off again. You know, instead of trying to get it at this point, hand the football off, run it down to the 2 minutes. I mean, nothing wrong with ever putting it in Justin Herbert's hands, but he's got to have the same thought process. Come back, see what you have down the field. If it's not there, if it's not wide open, go ahead and take another sack and run it down to the 2 minutes.
It's Hampton to his left. And they are going to throw. And it's Herbert to his right with a wide open lane, and he picks it up and slides down in bounds. What a night for Justin Herbert. Gain of 19. Hits the 2-minute warning. And that might have just wrapped it up for the Chargers here in Brazil. Wow. Justin Herbert, 318 in the air, 36 on the ground, and 19 big ones as we go to break. Here in Brazil, where a lot of folks here in Sao Paulo are going to see some victory formations. What a night for Justin Herbert, who just picked up a first down on third down with his legs. What happened on that play?
Well, it's been the man on the back end, so there's nobody to account for the quarterback. But I want you to watch Chris Jones right here. He's a defensive end and has outside responsibility. He ends up ducking to the inside to try to get the sack. Nobody else outside. As I said, man coverage on the back end. So an easy turn of the corner and first down, and you see little John back and forth right there, like, hey, we got to do our job. We got to stay true to our responsibilities. Going inside cost them this game.
Wow, some heated moments there on the defensive side. Chris Jones, all-world player, was the one who got the sack to put them in a position to stop on third down and get Mahomes on.
Well, I'll see you next time here on the Alec Lewis channel.